Man, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever just sat back and thought, like, man, I was right there. I almost had it. The opportunity, the money, the relationship, it was right there. And the crazy part about it is it didn't disappear because you didn't have no talent. It didn't disappear because you were unlucky. It disappeared because of arrogance. Today I want to talk about how arrogance blocks your blessings and how most people don't even realize they're doing it. It just became who they are. To first understand if you are arrogant or if you done been around someone who is, you got to ask yourself, what is arrogance? Like, a lot of people think arrogance is loud or bragging or stuff like that, but it ain't. Arrogance is a lot more subtle than you think. Sometimes the arrogance sounds like, oh, I already know that. That won't work for me. Stop telling me stuff I already know. You weren't raised like me, so you don't get it. Or saying, I shouldn't have to do that. Arrogance is the moment that you stop being teachable. Even Warren Buffett can learn. And here's the truth that nobody tells you. Blessings usually come disguised as a lesson, people, or doing things and processes that you don't like. Let this sink in right here. Most blessings don't come falling from the sky. They come from the people and the relationships that you build along the way. A boss, a mentor. In my situation, it was a boss for me. I showed up to work every single day and put my best foot forward, and a boss led me to another boss that helped me boost my career up to the point that I was able to be my own boss. Sometimes your blessings come from someone younger than you. You got to be able to put your pride to a side and not be ashamed of where you are in your life. Everybody's race is different. It isn't in the cards for you to be successful yet. You ain't turned into the person that you needed to become to be successful yet. So I'm 31. I've learned how to save money from a 27-year-old, a 25-year-old at the time, right? Now, 2 years later, I'm still older than them because nothing has changed. But I got more vision. I got more clarity. And I got that from someone younger than me. He sees the world through eyes that I didn't have. He been places that I haven't been. He learned things that I haven't learned. It don't matter where you are at in your race. Okay? You can learn from anybody around you. A boss, a mentor, a coach, a parent, a friend, a younger friend, a little brother, your freaking dog walker, the garbage man. Okay? Somebody picking up poop on the side of a street. You always can learn values and learn things that you can carry on in your life. You thinking you know everything is going to stop all the blessings you got coming your way. And when you shut people out, you're shutting out your blessings and you don't even realize it. Some people didn't lose that opportunity that was right in their grasp. They lost the relationship that it was connected to. Let that sink in. Opportunities that I've lost, that's not in my grasp no more, it was tied to the relationship that I was involved in. And now that that relationship is gone, that opportunity is gone. I want to touch on this right here. Arrogance versus correction. This is a hard one right here. Like, correction is one of the biggest drivers when it comes to having a blessing come your way. Something has to be corrected because what you've been doing for your whole life or what you've been getting through by and doing what you can, like, you have to correct something in that path in order for you to get set on the right track. You have to correct something in that path in order for you to get set on the right track for you to be running to your blessing. If you stay on the same path, all your blessings will be on the sideline. All your blessings was one turn away. All your blessings, you might have to hit a U-turn for your blessing. You never even know. But your blessings was one, like imagine yourself going down a split hallway, right? And the path that you're on, right? You got one hallway straight. This is your comfortable lane. You got a hallway to the right. You got a hallway to the left. You got other little mixed different hallways off of those hallways, right? But the path that you stay on It's just one straight shot. After there's no more turns. There's no more alleyways. There's no more hideouts. There's no more dugouts, right? You just on one straight shot for a very long time. And then you might come across another situation. You come across a person in your life where now you get opportunities to open up. And now you got more paths that you can choose. You didn't go through the paths at first. I need you to hear this. The paths that you had in the beginning, you chose not to take them, and you chose to stay on that cynical route. You chose to stay on that comfortable route, right? But now, once you get into another part of your life, you're gonna come across more opportunities. It ain't like, oh, you missed it and no more opportunities is ever gonna come. That's not the case, all right? So you can be arrogant and then fix it. Like, you can be addicted to something and then get off of it. You can make change in your life no matter where you are at, right? But imagine yourself walking down this path. Imagine it. You're walking down this path and you blew the first opportunities. And in your head, you're like, man, I blew it. I'm going to continue to do this for the rest of my life. I don't know when something's going to change. And then boom, you meet a person and start opening up your eyes to different situations and different possibilities. And now on your path, you get some more routes that open up, right? And imagine if you don't take those again. You might be waiting another 5 to 10 years to get another opportunity like this, right? But I promise you, if you take one of them paths and then it branches off and then you can find more paths and more avenues with different connections and different people, right? You try to correct anybody on that path and they're arrogant. Arrogance turns that shit into an offense immediately. And you can try to say it in the most respectful way possible, right? But if you tell a friend that he needs to get on his shit and he immediately take it as an offense and want to fight, then there you go. You got your answer. Arrogance is this. Instead of asking, what can I learn from this? In your head, you be like, man, who the fuck they think they are? Every time you reject correction, you just delay growth. Promotion you wanted, that breakthrough you feel like you've been dreaming about, it was all just waiting on a version of you that could take feedback without getting emotional. That could take feedback without poking your chest out and being all big, right? If you can't take constructive criticism, you ain't gonna never be nothing. I'm just gonna be real. Arrogance hates the process. It does not want to put in the work. It wants all the reward now. It wants all the success right now. Arrogance doesn't have patience. Patience and arrogance, it just doesn't go together. But your blessings require preparation. All right? Like, you got to prep your mind. You got to prep your balance. You got to prep your energy in order for you to be able to accept the blessing that comes your way. Money without discipline, it turns into stress. And it turns into blowing something before you even know what to do with it. Influence without character, it turns into embarrassment. Arrogance be like, I'm ready. But life be like, you skipped a step. And skipping steps always show up later. Now let's be clear though. Arrogance doesn't just block your blessings. It also burns bridges. And I've burnt some bridges on purpose now. And I don't never want to rekindle that thing up. But I guarantee you, with some people on the other end of that, that's saying, I burned a relationship with someone that was genuinely trying to help me. Arrogance turns teamwork into competition. Ain't nothing wrong with a healthy competition. But when you always competing against the next person, believing that it should be you instead of them, instead of putting in your own work, I learned that people stop rooting for you not because they hate you. It's because they lost the value that was connected to you. It's because that you stopped giving value to that person. And honestly, this happened to me. I was giving value to my peers and just trying to give them the game that I was learning as I was obtaining it. I was never above the law. I never thought I was better than anyone. I just was coming across some newfound information that I felt like it would have been selfish of me not to spread it, right? But what happened is they believed that I was being too good, and they believed that I was doing too much, and they believed that I was trying to say that I'm better than them. But they don't realize, like, I was just learning, and me teaching others also helps me learn. So I was trying to learn myself. I was trying to learn more, and I was trying to make an understanding, trying to bounce ideas off people, hoping to get positive feedback. But instead, I got shrugged shoulders and mean mugs. Like I'm telling you the flat out truth. When I get to that point where now that I'm busting to a threshold of now I can be amongst peers that have like-minded goals, that's when the blessings begin to multiply. Because when people are unified, the blessings can multiply. But when you're doing it all yourself, it's extremely difficult and it's extremely hard. So that's why I was trying to bring people in that was in my circle, because I wanted some ideas to bounce stuff off of. When you got more heads together, when you got more eyes looking on something, you get further together, not just by yourself. Like, I was trying to bring people in on all this information that I was obtaining because it literally would further my success as well as theirs. I wasn't trying to hold it all, trying to gatekeep. I'm still not trying to gatekeep. I want everybody in the world to be as prosperous as they want to be. But believe me, that's not always the case. If you just pay attention to people, you can tell why the 1% is the 1%. If you're walking in Walmart and you see somebody with a Mountain Dew shirt on, mohawk, they have no fucks. They don't give a damn about nothing. You know they about to go home and play Call of Duty all night till their fingers bleed by eating Cheetos and drinking Rockstars. Right? You know it's not that hard to get ahead of a person like that. So if you had a group of like-minded individuals that all put their minds together and set on the one goal, and that's to being successful, financially free, and being able to do what you want when you want and be able to give back to the community, you could make that happen. But instead, people blame and people say that ain't gonna work, and it oil boil down to arrogance. People still blame that situation. People still blame how they was raised. 30-something years old and blaming how you were raised? You raising yourself now. It's up to you. Nobody succeeds. Nobody builds success alone. But arrogance will make you feel like you can do it all by yourself. But I promise you, it's like you go further together. Okay? Like gratitude attracts more. Entitlement just repels everything. Be more grateful for your situation, no matter where you at, rather than complaining that you got two legs to stand on and that you can decide what you want to do in your life.